Well, with 2 games left in the regular season, the Wisconsin Badgers could win a Big Ten championship. They visit the Michigan State Spartans Friday and Saturday afternoon. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Tony Granato joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
It's back. The return of the prestigious Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, honoring college sports excellence across all competitive divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow along with L Directors Cup on Twitter or online to see which schools will be taking home a first-place trophy in June for their season-long success. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, a premier institutional award jointly launched in 1993 by USA Today and NACDA.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt they're in. They saved by Rowe.
Oh, look out. He left a big rebound, and then what a fantastic glove save by Rowe on his belly. Leaps up and somehow stones Camille Sedlocha.
Buying into roles is something that we've talked about periodically this season, and your goaltenders have done that too. You've had a rotation here over the last several weeks, Robbie Baydoun and Cameron Rowe, and they seem fine with it. They cheer each other on, and they're playing quite well for you. And I know this is going to continue for this weekend. We'll see where it goes when the postseason arrives, but you've got Baydoun, who's a veteran and mature and loves every minute he gets in the net and is more than willing to step back and let Cameron Rowe get his chance. And I don't know how you can argue with his numbers. He's been very, very solid as a freshman netminder.
Yeah, they've handled that scenario really well. And that was one, early in the year we talked as coaches to say, we got Cam Rowe here for a reason. We also got Robbie here for a reason too. We need the experience and a guy that's been through the college hockey grind. And so we started with the more experienced guy, and his first game he gets a shutout at Notre Dame, and how do you take him out and go with your freshman the day after? You can't put that on the freshman to say, hey, go do what he did. We wanted to let Cam settle into it and wait for the right opportunity to get him in there. And Robbie had such a great run to start. It took us a little while for that to happen and materialize, but once we did, and once he got got a full game in at Ohio State, and was sensational, got us a win on the road. We felt that was the time we should start that Friday one guy, Saturday the other guy, and that's worked out really well. And the reason we decided to start Robbie the first game, he's got the experience, he's played in most of the places, and knows the college hockey a little bit better than Cam. And Cam sits there on Friday, gets ready, watches the other team shooters, and settles into it and gets ready for a Saturday game. And those guys have been, like you said, outstanding.
Number 1 star in the Big Ten again this week is Wisconsin's Cole Caulfield. He had a hat trick, the second of his season, this past Saturday in the 7-0 win over Ohio State. Also had 2 assists on Friday against the Buckeyes. Third time he's been the number 1 star in the Big Ten. And he leads the country with 22 goals and 42 points. He's got 5 goals in his last 4 games, 16 in his last 15. Remember the first 4 games of the year, Tony, when he didn't score a goal and people were wondering, especially Montreal Canadiens reporters, if he'd ever score a goal? I think he's figured it all out.
Yeah, I actually do remember that. And, when you're a goal scorer and you got such high expectations of yourself, one game seems like 10. And you go 4 games without scoring a goal, and all of a sudden you are going, holy cow, I got to get going here and make up for what just happened. And it didn't take him long to get going and up and running. And the part, again, that it's been such a great year for him, offensively, but you got to keep pointing out the way he's playing at both ends of the rink, the way he's leading on the bench, his energy, has brought his teammates to a different level as well. And when you have great players and you appreciate what they do for you, you also appreciate what they do for the others. And what I'm seeing from Cole and from Dylan and from Vicer and from, I go right down the list, and Linus, they're making each other better. And that's when your players are maturing and getting ready for that next level. And let's face it, Cole's very close to being, ready for the Montreal Canadiens. So, I want this year to finish the right way for him. And I think that thing that's been great is that he's stayed focused on the Wisconsin Badgers. And he hasn't listened too much to the noise coming from Montreal on when he's going to be there and who he's going to play with and all that other stuff that the media there likes to talk about. I think he's really been able to keep his focus on what's going on here. And he's getting a chance to play with his brother. He's got a locker room of buddies right now that things are going really well for him. And I think he's appreciating every single day that he's here. And there'll be a time when he's going to have to move on. And we want to make sure that he continues to do what he's doing and has a great finish to the year.
All right, so you wrap up the regular season at Michigan State. It's a club that's lost 4 in a row and 7 out of 8. They lost twice here in Madison in late January, but they have one of the best goaltenders in the country, Drew DeRitter, who's faced more shots than anybody else, and he's stopped more shots than anybody else. So good luck getting 1 or 2 or 3 by him this coming weekend. Yeah,
he's always been, for us a challenge. The game we had here, one game we were able to get to him. But the other game, he kept the Spartans in the game till late in the game. So, we have to go in there and play well. Michigan State, this is their last weekend before playoffs. They're going to be charged up. They're going to come out and physically try to establish a presence that way. Our team's got to go play the same way we play. And our practice habits and how we prepared each and every week has been very professional. We've respected our opponents. We know that their team is going to play their best game and their hardest game against us. And the areas we talked about, we're going to get solid goaltending, power play, penalty kill have to be ready to step up, and all 4 lines and all of our defensemen dressed will have to be a big part of this weekend's success.
Tony, thanks for your time. Have a good weekend.
Yep, thanks, Brian.
So again, the math is simple. If Wisconsin wins twice in East Lansing and Michigan wins once at Minnesota, the Badgers would clinch their 4th regular season conference championship in program history. Face off Friday at 3 o'clock, Saturday at 1:30, both on the Badgers Sports Network. My thanks to Jay Williams, Paul Capobianco, and Tony Granato. I'm Brian Posick, and thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.